Hey, good morning everybody. I'm really excited to be able to show something off today. So last night I received the manufacturing samples. So these are essentially copies of the game as they will be manufactured or as they're being manufactured right now. And they look fantastic. I'm really excited to share them. The last video I shared with you guys or pictures would have been the what's called the digital samples. So these are kind of like the final samples right off the press. So it's pretty exciting and it's an awesome milestone. And I'm very excited to kind of show you guys what it looks like on the inside and some of the changes from the last version you may have seen. So here we're gonna take a look at the iridescent edition of Gems of Iridescia. So this one has already been sorted and everything, but I just wanted to show you guys how everything fits so nicely in the box. So as you can see now, we have the lids on the trays, whereas in the previous version, we didn't have the lids. So it's awesome. I can flip the box over around, nothing moves out of place, everything stays put, everything fits nice and snug. So as you can see in this tray, you can sort the tiles by terrain type, which will make setup and putting things away much quicker, more organized. So I'm really happy about that. I think one of the biggest barriers to entry, sometimes I'm looking at a game on my shelf, I'm like, oh my God, I want to play that, but do I feel like setting it up, or did I properly put it away the last time? So I think this is really going to be a helpful tool to everybody. Also, you'll notice here, these are the colored trays. If you ordered the standard edition of the game, you still will have the trays. However, the standard edition has black trays instead of the colored trays. So what you're seeing right now is the iridescent edition. And as I showed in the previous version, what I love also is, so the board sits nice and nested here, and the bottom tray has kind of these lips here. It holds everything in place. Your Explorer's Handbook or Rulebook sits nicely right here in the center. So now I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. So we remove the board, and then you have the player boards, and these are the dual layered player boards for the Deluxe edition. And just the difference in quality from the previous versions, these are so like solid. They feel great. They've got a nice weight to them. They're nice and thick. I'm really happy with how those turned out. Now you'll notice here too, I went ahead and I sleeved all the cards just to show that you can actually put the game away sleeved in here and everything will still fit in the trays. It is a little tight with the sleeves, but it still fits. There's no box lift, anything like that. So I'm pretty excited about that. We have these nice finger holes, which make it really easy to grab the cards out. And then you have some of your other components hidden under here. So this is kind of like my recommended storage for the game. So in here you have your royalty tokens and the Iridia stone. And then here you have your, these are the barricade tokens. You may not have seen these before because these are really for the solo mode, but these are the barricade tokens for the solo mode, and those sit nicely in there. And you can leave your cards in here. Then under here we have another well. Let me grab that last card. And we have some of the coins. So those are the 3 value coins. And then I went ahead and I put the 1 value coins on this side here. So everything sits nice and snug. And actually, these are sliding out of my hands because of the card sleeves, but there we go. I'll put those back in there. Then here on this side I have, so these are the Deluxe upgraded metal coins. So if you went ahead and bought the additional metal coins, this is what they look like. They come in a separate package. They would actually come in a bag that looks like this. And then what I did is I put them in here so they fit nicely in here without any box lift, anything like that. So you can fit both the metal coins and the standard cardboard coins in the box at the same time if you choose to keep the cardboard ones if you upgrade it. Then here we have all of our gem dice and the stone dice. So we've got our 4 gem dice, and then we have our 4 stone dice. Now I'll go ahead and I'll remove this tray so I can show you this tray here. So here you'll see you have everything you need for each player in its own case. So we have the Rome, the Uvin, the Moja, and the Keto. And I also like, when I put it away, I like to actually put the starting money of each player, because regardless of the player count, players all start with 5 coins. So I like to put that in the individual slots there. Now also we have the, these are the Iridescent Edition upgraded gem tokens. So very excited. These are now finally double-sided. They look fantastic. They're shiny. They're nice and chunky. And they fit perfectly in these wells. Now these 4 wells are slightly bigger than these 4 wells. And so this is exactly where you put your 4 gems. And here is where you can put all of your player components. Now you'll see under here is the punch board, because I already punched these out. But one little last detail I wanted to show is, so as promised during the Kickstarter campaign, we did the interior printing of the box with the map at the bottom, and we have this really cool serialized sticker. This one here is kind of written in by hand. I'm not sure if you can see that detail really well, but all of the first printings of this game will be numbered. And then if we look under the box lid, we also have the beautiful Rome scene here. So that was something that was voted on throughout the Kickstarter campaign, to have these 2 images inside the box. Now I'll give you a quick look at the standard edition as well. Just get this stuff out of the way for you. All right, so this is the standard edition of the game. And so everything sits and fits exactly the same as the deluxe edition. However, these trays are black instead of the colored trays. You'll notice some of the other differences, like here we have the single layered player boards. Also, I didn't sleeve these cards, but all the cards fit very nicely, and actually they fit with a lot of space if you don't put the sleeves on. If you put the sleeves on, they are a little snug. And then here you'll see the standard gem tokens. So these are the punch board tokens. So if you went ahead and got the standard edition of the game, your tokens look like this here. All right, and also I'd like to show you, we have also hidden under here are your barricade tokens for the solo mode, and then the standard edition royalty tokens, which are punch board. Go ahead and put this back. Boom. 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 Go. Then we also have a few more things to show you here. So here is the Starlight of Iridesia mini expansion. And I'll show you all the components for this as well. So you'll notice here you have the 5 star gem tokens. And these are glow in the dark, which is really fun. Not that you can play the game in the dark, but it's just a fun little feature that we added to the game. They do need to charge in sunlight, so if you do want to see that glow in the dark effect, you'll have to leave them out in the sun for a bit, but they're really cool when they glow. Then you have the cards right here. So if you're not familiar with it, the Starlight of Iridesia mini expansion adds 2 item cards, the first one being the Starpoon, and the second one being the Stellar Shovel. And then it also adds 4 new relics, and you need the star gems to restore these relics, and they can get you a nice 12 points. So it's cool to have some higher value relics and additional relics in the game. Then we have the little 1 sheet instruction sheet, front and back setup, and then all the special rules you have for the new cards and components. And then of course you have the 5 new tiles. So you have 1 for each region. And then on the flip side, you have the observatory. So what's fun is if your explorer lands on an observatory spot, and you have the Starpoon, you can go ahead and grab a star gem from the sky, which can be used to restore the relics. Now, if you don't have the Starpoon and you happen to land in an observatory, you still do have a chance of getting a star gem. It's kind of like a mining attempt, so you would roll your mining dice, but you must roll a 6 to be able to get a star gem if you do not have the Starpoon. Then last thing I will go ahead and show you guys. We also have the Neoprene mat. So it's gonna come in this tube. These stickers, which this is something that I addressed with the manufacturer last night. I didn't like the condition of these stickers. Also, this sticker was too far up on the tube, and it actually covered where the seal was to open and close this little bag. Not that anybody really keeps these bags, but I asked them to kind of shift these stickers down, make sure that they're centered and that they're not covering the adhesive label here. So I'll go ahead and take this neoprene mat out. And actually, I found the color turned out really great. I found that in the previous samples they sent me, the colors were a little muted. I didn't feel the image was sharp enough, but they really stepped it up with this final version. Really happy with how it turned out. And just like the main board of the game, it is double-sided. So on the reverse side, you have the Starlight Night side, which is ideal for playing with the Starlight of Iridesia mini expansion. Well, I hope that you guys are as excited as I am about this. This is really like the final step when it comes to manufacturing. It did take a couple weeks longer than was promised to get these, but I approved everything yesterday, so now it's about to go into production. So it's kind of like the last step that I can do. At this point, they will be produced, and then they'll be loaded onto ships, and they will go to their respective warehouses where I have fulfillment partners set up to get the games into your hands. So it's really excited to reach this milestone. I'm so eager to get this game out onto your tables. I think you're really gonna enjoy seeing them. Thank you everybody that has supported this campaign. You've really helped me kind of realize a dream of mine of becoming a game designer. So I really hope that you'll love Gems of Iridescia as much as I love making it for you guys. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon.